Good day everyone, my name is Jasmine L. Fabrian from BPED 2A and I'm here to discuss about the assessment and identification of the learners with emotional and behavioral disabilities. Screening is the systematic procedure of identifying children who show signs of behavioral disturbance or being at risk. So sa screening, syempre dito nila inaalam muna kung ano nga ba ang kinakaharap na isang bata na mayroong behavioral and emotional disabilities. The following are several screening tools used for identifying learners with EBD or yung emotional behavioral disabilities. Number 1, Child Behavior Checklist. The Child Behavior Checklist or CBCL is a tool that can be utilized to detect emotional and behavioral problems among children and adolescents. The CBCL is part of the Achenbach system of empirically based assessment or the ASEBA. The CBCL is filled out by the parents while the teacher complete other parts of the ASEBA, such as the teacher's report from TRF, and the child or adolescents themselves complete the youth self-report or yung YSR. So, child behavior checklist, from the word itself, child behavior, dito, tinutukoy niya yung emotional at behavioral problem ng isang bata na kung saan ginagamit ito para mas maunawaan natin ng husto ang kanilang pag-uugali at ma-identify kung saan ba nagmumula yung behavioral problem nila. Then, para ma-monitor din natin yung development ng isang bata. Number 2, Behavioral and Emotional Rating Skills. The Behavioral and Emotional Rating Skills, 3rd edition or yung BERS 3 IA comprehensive assessment tool that evaluate behavior from 3 different viewpoints: the student, youth rating scale, the parent rating scale, and the instructor or other professionals instructor rating scale. The BERS3 assesses various dimensions of student capabilities including interpersonal strength, family involvement, intrapersonal strength, school functioning, and also affective strength. The sub-skills are valuable for assessing students for peripheral services, determining appropriate placement for specialized assistance, and evaluating the effectiveness of program. So, sa behavioral and emotional rating skills, nakapokus ang BERS sa behavioral and emotional strengths ng mga bata. Dinedetect din nito yung potential behavioral and emotional challenges and also inform intervention and support strategies. Number 3, Systematic Screening for Behavioral Disorders. The Systematic Screening for Behavior Disorders, SSBD, a 3-stage multiple gating screening system designed for the standardized screening and identification of students in grade 1 to 5 who may be at the risk of externalizing or internalizing behavior disorders. The SSBD is designed to structure and standardize teacher judgments in relation to screening all children in general classroom settings so that each child has an equal probability of being identified for either internalizing or internalizing behavior disorders. So, sa systematic screening of behavioral disorders naman, ay isang paraan o proseso na ginagamit upang malaman if yung bata ba ay may possible na magka-problem sa pag-uugali. Like ADHD, ODD, or CD. Minomonitor din nito ang mga possible na gawin kapag may problem na sa behavioral ng mga bata. Number 4. Direct observation and measurement of behavior. This type of assessment is where the teacher or expert directly observes the actual behaviors that cause concern about the child in their natural settings. This involves a time-consuming and accurate tallying of observed behavior that includes its frequency, how often a particular behavior occurs. Duration, how long does an individual engage in the activity? Latency, time that lapses between two substitution. Topography, the shape, a form of the behavior, and the magnitude, the intensity of the behavior. So, dito sa number 4, sa direct observation and measurement of behavior, ito naman yung process kung paano natin may o-observe yung pag-uugali ng isang bata. Mapatahanan man o paaralan. Ginagamit ito na ino-observe ito ng may latency o yung nag-lapses between two situation. Topography, the shape of or form of the behavior, and also the frequency. Number 5, functional behavior assessment. Functional behavior assessment, or FBA, refers to the systematic collection of data on problematic behavior in order to comprehend and articulate the underlying causes for its occurrence. So, dito sa functional behavior assessment, dito mas nabibigyan linaw kung ano nga ba at saan nga ba nanggagaling ang mga pag-uugali ng mga bata at kung saan nga ba at kung ano nga ba yung pwedeng nagko-causes ng behavioral ng isang bata. Number 1, operational definitions of the problem behaviors. Number 2, description of the setting events and antecedents, time, places, activities that predict the occurrence and non-occurrence of the problem behaviors. Number 3, description of the consequences responsible for the problem behavior. Number 4, verification of the predictors and consequences through direct observation. And number 5, summary hypothesis statements that serve as the basis for designing the positive behavior support plan. Number 6, the indirect functional behavior assessment. Indirect methods involve collecting information about students and their problematic behavior from others who have direct interaction with the student or process a good understanding of the students such as their parents, teachers, and significant others. Indirect methods use instruments such as structures, interviews, questionnaires, and or checklists. Sa indirect functional behavior assessment, hindi kagaya sa direct functional behavior assessment kanina na direkta mo siyang maoobserbahan. Ngayon kasi, maoobserbahan mo siya through datas and yung mga nakakalap mo, and then also sa hypothesis. Number 7, descriptive functional behavior assessment. Descriptive functional behavior assessment is a type of FBA that identifies the factors that cause the behaviors through direct observation and systematically collecting data on antecedents, events preceding the behavior and the behavior itself, and the consequences, effects following the behavior through the ABC. Data collection technique, narratively recording, and or scatter plot analysis. So, sa descriptive functional behavior assessment, Isang uri siya ng FBA na kung saan systematic and detailed na yung mga pamamaraan. Dahil ang assessment na ito ay may target and participant na nakadepende sa kanilang criteria. So, number 8, when conducting a functional behavior analysis or FBA, the procedure primarily entails manipulating an antecedent and subsequent event of the target behavior experimentally in an effort to confirm the behavior's proposed function. This is called functional analysis. So dito, tumutukoy ito kung paano natin may iwasan ang anumang problema sa pag-uugali ng bata, na kung saan kadalasan ay pag-uugali sila na minsan moody, ganon, and also yung may time na bigla na lang sila matatakot. So that's all my part, and thank you po.